and we'll get going. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Chapter 1, A Striped Surprise. The door opened and closed in an old office building, although no one was there. It was late in the afternoon, and the muffled sounds of traffic drifted in from outside. The sun was bright, and like most summer days in Alexandria, it was hot. William Mackenzie, usually known as Bill, had fallen asleep at the desk opposite the door. Bill had jet black hair tied back in a long ponytail, and his skin was very light brown. He stirred a bit at the sound of the door, looking up with sleepy eyes. He saw nothing, thought nothing, and put his head back down on the desk. Someone cleared their throat. Bill snapped awake this time, looking around. He saw the blinds drawn, mostly keeping the sun out. He saw the slow-moving ceiling fans rustling a couple of papers on his desk, barely making a difference, and he saw nothing else to give him pause. But he did hear that, didn't he? Someone cleared their throat again, and suddenly, right in front of him, sitting calmly, was a rather large tiger. Bill jumped up so quickly that his chair skidded several feet to his right. His legs were taut and crouched, and his fists were in front of him, ready for battle. The tiger looked like it was politely trying not to laugh. "Excuse me, I'm here to see Dr. Elizabeth Malin. Is she available?" Bill was muted by shock and stood still as a statue. "Yes, I know it's a bit unusual to hear someone like me talking, but I assure you that you have not gone mad." Bill remained frozen. The tiger gently sighed. "I see that you're at a loss for words. I'm not surprised. However, it is critical that I speak with Dr. Malin. Is she in?" Bill's mouth started to work. "You're a tiger." "Yes, I am." "You're talking. We're making progress," said the tiger. "How is this possible?" Bill mumbled, shaking his head. "Am I still asleep?" The tiger roared. Bill jumped back quickly, smacking his elbow on the wall behind him, letting out a howl of pain. "Still think you're asleep?" the tiger said with half a smile. "I guess not," Bill said, rubbing his arm. "I'll go get Dr. Malin. I think she will really want to talk to you." Never taking his eyes off the tiger, Bill rushed towards the room across from his desk, knocked quickly, and went in. There were some urgent mutterings in the closed office, a loud exclamation. Then 2 sets of shocked eyes slowly crept up the window built into the door, only to quickly disappear again when the tiger gave a friendly little wave. But seconds later, the door opened, and out came Dr. Elizabeth Malin with Bill right behind her, his hand on her shoulder. She had wavy, shoulder-length hair the color of milk chocolate. She was a little tall for her age, had eyes as blue as the sky, and was almost 12 years old. "Ah, Dr. Malin," said the tiger. "It is wonderful to meet you finally. We've been following your remarkable career for some time now, and are very happy to see that you've made your way to Egypt." Dr. Malin stood gaping at the tiger, her left hand tugging at the bottom of her light purple t-shirt, her right hand over her mouth. She was trembling a little, but her curiosity gave her courage. With a deep breath, she removed Bill's hand from her shoulder and took 3 cautious steps forward and bowed to the tiger. Then she and the tiger gently touched foreheads. "It is a great honor to meet you," Dr. Malin said in a quivery voice, as Bill moved quickly behind her again. "You know the traditional greeting," the tiger exclaimed. "I can only assume that you are a Regit tiger," Liz said, gaining a little confidence. "The little-known talking tigers of Egypt that everyone considers to be a myth. But unless Bill and I are suffering a shared illusion, you must be a Regit tiger. And yes, I have learned all I can from the legends. I hope my bow was appropriate." Having relaxed a tiny bit, Dr. Malin could take the tiger in. She was exceptionally beautiful. The burnt orange background, the pitch black stripes and the stark white, and those eyes, those incredible amber eyes. "You are correct, Doctor. Your bow was quite well done for a human. But please let me introduce myself properly. My name is Zacchaea of the Arlo tribe of the Regit tigers." "Nice to meet you, Zacchaea. How can I help you?" Dr. Malin could hear herself saying the words but could hardly believe she was having this conversation. She looked at Bill, but he was gazing at the tiger, blinking rapidly as though he could blink her out of existence. The tiger continued, "I believe, Dr. Malin, that you are in Egypt to pursue your interest in Egyptian history, specifically anything to do with Cleopatra, and even more specifically, you are in search of her tomb." "I am," Dr. Malin said, surprised and curious at this question. "Surely you know that you are not alone in this endeavor. Many seek Cleopatra's tomb, but perhaps we can work together. The Regit tigers also need to find her tomb. Indeed, it is essential to our survival." Liz answered, "Then I see no reason why we can't cooperate. And to be honest, I have about 1,000 questions regarding the Regit tigers as well. I hope you can appreciate how groundbreaking it is to discover that you and your kind actually exist in this world." Zacchaea hesitated. Well, yes, there we may have a problem. You see, for us, it is very much in our interest that we remain a legend. I can see why you'd want to keep it that way." Zacchaea gracefully paced back and forth, pondering the problem, her tail high and flicking through the air. Perhaps we can come to an arrangement. If you help us discover Cleopatra's tomb, there is a chance that we could leave this realm forever. And if that's the case, you can write all you want to the Regit Tigers. If I get approval from my leaders, I will tell you all you need to know about the Regit Tigers, our history, our ancestry, and will even offer proof for your records. But you must agree to keep our secret unless we discover Cleopatra's tomb. If we find it, and if we can escape, then our story will be yours to tell. Dr. Malin turned to Bill, who looked as shocked as she felt. He gave her a slight nod. I can't ask for fairer than that. When can we get started? The tiger smiled. Excellent to hear. I shall be back again tomorrow morning at 11. We tigers do like to sleep in a little. Is that time all right with you? That would be wonderful. I very much look forward to it. Once again, Dr. Malin and Zacchaea bowed and touched foreheads. Then the great cat turned towards the door and immediately disappeared. The door seemed to open and close of its own accord. Did you know they could become invisible? Bill stammered, staring at the door that Zacchaea had just walked through. I do now. I think we have much to learn, Dr. Malin said as she touched her forehead and stared just as much as William Mackenzie.